So the next thing to be able to do, and this makes these double stop positions even more useful, is to turn them into licks. Now, licks are just little phrases that you can play on the banjo, something that sounds interesting. Sometimes you use licks to try to incorporate the melody into a song. Sometimes licks are just there to make it sound cool. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to add a hammer-on into each one of the double stop positions so that it'll sound more like banjo playing than just playing a roll over the chords. So from the three different positions, the F-shaped position, the bar-shaped position, and the D-shaped position, we'll try hammering on the note into the second string. So what this is going to mean, whenever you're doing it in the F-shaped position, it might be easier to go back to use your fourth finger, your little finger, on the first string, and then for your index finger, your first finger, take it back one fret. So where the G position would usually be here at the third fret and the fifth fret, I'm going to move my index finger back to the second fret, and I'm going to hammer on with my middle finger. So this position is a little bit of a stretch. And I'm using the Foggy Mountain Breakdown roll again, and I'm just playing the roll just like I would if I were playing the intro to Foggy Mountain Breakdown. An easier place to do it might be up here higher on the neck. If I did it as a C chord, I put my little finger, my fourth finger, here on the 10th fret. My middle finger now plays the 8th fret of the second string, and my index finger back here at the 7th. So I hammer on into that note. And if I try it in a different chord, here's D. Or all the way up to the high G. Now the same technique works on the other two chord shapes. Let's say I'm at the bar position C chord here at the 5th fret. So I'm holding down both strings at the 5th fret. So I'm going to hammer on the second string note. So I'm hammering on the 4th fret to the 5th fret on the second string. And again, the roll is just like Foggy Mountain Breakdown. When it comes to the D chord, the same thing. Or back up to the G chord at the 12th fret. And you guessed it, for the D chord position, it's exactly the same thing. So let's make the two-finger double stop here for G at the 8th and 9th fret. I just move my index finger down to the 7th fret, and I'm hammering on that second string note from 7 to 8. If I do it for the D chord here at the 3rd and 4th fret, I can even do it in the open position C chord. Remember, that one's a double stop too. I just hammer on from the open string. Or I can move it all the way up to here. In the next video, we're going to do this over the chord progression, and I'll play both the double stop position and then the hammer-on position of it too, so you'll see what it sounds like.